But I'm sorry, as you know, going back to your earlier point about asylum and do those people need to be here, asylum was originally intended, the whole concept of asylum is meant to be a temporary thing, right? That was the reality of it. This country is broke. Bond yields are at multi-decade highs. British people are constantly being told there's no money available to them. Winter fuel allowance, I mean, that's 7 billion. It's around about the same time, actually, that the Labour government and Rachel Reeves were happy to talk £7 billion. That's 4.5 times what the winter fuel allowance was supposed to withdrawing that from British pensioners who are paid into the system their whole lives, 4.5 times more than the supposed saving that was going to come from that, Winston. Yeah. There's nothing about this that's remotely acceptable. And I go back to the point, we already had severe social unrest in this country. And I think it's still sinking in for most people. We're so desensitized now because of our social media feeds and this kind of hyper-normal stimulus around politics that happens now, partly because of what happens with Trump and the theater around that. But don't underestimate the degree of anger. You know, we speak to people all of the time with just this sense of hopelessness. And the corollary to that is that we hear this all the time from people saying reform is our last hope. The word hope, they get hope from the fact that we are there saying things that are true, pointing out how corrupt the system is, how the two old parties have to be replaced. And it's why, as an insurgent party from virtually nothing 18 months ago, reform is on course now to win the next general election.